Hello back. I'm still Rocco, and after discussing the hermit, you have found yourself, and you can move on to the next card, which is the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune is the wheel of life, and it's the wheel of money, of material things. So after you took care of your inside, now the outside will manifest, just like it says in the Bible, pursue the kingdom of God, or the will of God, if you will, and then everything else will be given in abundance. So first know who you are, and then after you know who you are, and other people know who you are, and God knows who you are, then abundance knows where to find you, and abundance know where you are, because you actually are something. You are somebody. You are not born when you come out of your mother, but you are born when you are reawakened to who you are. So meaning when you stop being the vampire who does not see himself in the mirror and is very scared to see himself in the mirror, but when you are able to see yourself with no fear. And so once you find yourself through the journey, so the hermit also means a journey, can be also a physical journey or voyage, like the same French, and you come to the Wheel of Fortune, which mainly symbolizes fortune, and above that sometimes money. So fortune in general, or literal wealth, like money. That's all it means. Or it means that one of your enterprises can be fortunate and can be um, successful. It's not the best card for love, as it's more associated to Jupiter than it is associated to Venus. But nevertheless, it has you open up to life, and it never hurts, to be lucky. It never hurts to have money. It never hurts to go on the wheel of life. So the wheel of fortune also has to do with you know cycles of nature. I'm sorry, and you having that fortune in your hands one day, and then that fortune being passed into somebody else's hands for you to receive a special blessings that will have that which was given to somebody else come back to you multiplied. Some people say by 3, some people say by 10, some people say something different, but it's also a matter of adjusting um, yourself to the idea that you have to be fortunate, you have to be compassionate enough to give to others what you'd like to receive to yourself, or what they need, and then through that act of making somebody else lucky, and then you will be more lucky, because the universe will find a way to give you a better job, more money, more opportunities to have all that money back, and more. This is called charity, or it's called giving. It's also called science, meaning that when you give, you always know that you're going to receive a handful more of what you gave. Usually you don't brag about what you gave, but you are happy because you gave it. Now about being strong and being happy, here comes, and being in pleasure, here comes the pleasure card, also called the strength. The strength card, it literally means that you have the power and ability to overcome a situation in a positive manner. It also means that somebody looks at you and sees you as a pleasing person, or it means that there's mutual sexual attraction, that it's not at its best, because that would be in tarot. The devil, not the literal devil, but the devil in tarot, meaning lust. But the strength card is also associated to deep physical pleasure, just like the lover's card can be interpreted in that way also. The strength card portrays, as you saw, a woman who looks very gentle, dominating a lion, just with herself, with no other tool than herself. So yourself is a tool for miracles to manifest through you in the universe, and if you ask, you know where they come from, but they still manifest through you. So that's the strength card, overcoming difficulties easily through especially a pure heart, just like the sword. The Sword in the Stone is an animated picture that deals a lot with the strength card, meaning a little child that's pure of heart, has no strength, manages to pull out that sword, and nobody else could pull out in the whole kingdom of whatever it was, England or Scotland or what it was. And because he has no negative intentions, also he doesn't associate that with God or the kingdom of God or a miracle or all these things that are magical with all that emphasis. It's very normal to him. You can pick up a miracle like you pick up an apricot in a supermarket, if you know how to. I mean, all life is, you know, miraculous, so you don't have to think it's anything special. When you think a miracle is special, it's mostly when you don't receive a miracle. When you think that a miracle is very easy, then it's when possibly when the miracle will come to you. And it's not humiliating, but through humiliation, meaning knowing that you're not all that much, but you are very much at the same time. I mean, you're not all that much, you're not greater than God, say, for example, but you are very much, meaning you deserve to live, for instance. Then when you find that balance is when you win in your life and in the life of those who are close to you. So now let's move on to the next card, that is the Hanged Man. The Hanged Man is one of those cards that you don't really want to see. The Hanged Man is one of those cards that you really wish you didn't pick up. It's number 12, and it has a very long symbology behind it. For now, just know that is a price to pay for a mistake. So it means suffering, for a suffering that elapses a certain moment, and then if you have a positive card like say the sun after it, it's momentary and it will bring to something positive. And say the resurrection of Christ is being crucified is obviously suffering, but when you and then you become like, you know, you become a god after it, then it's not that bad. Same time, the two other men who were crucified with him, one of them in particular, Barabbas, he was a thief, so you have the hanged man, and you don't have the sun afterward, you don't have the resurrection, you have hell, so you have, say, the tower. So in that case, a suffering that leads to something that you don't want to be led to, whereas in the other case, is the hangman followed by another card, is suffering that's meaningful. So you just have to figure out what comes after, but usually the hangman is not like forever. But that's it for this card. But again, it's one of those cards that you don't like and you don't want to see in a reading, especially if it's about yourself. The next card is the Death card. It's very interesting. Death, above all, doesn't mean literal death. It means it means it means change or peace, because death is obviously a change and not a destruction, because energy cannot be destroyed but can be changed in format. So death associates with change. Number 4, that's how it has to be interpreted. Now we're gonna go a little faster, and then if you have questions you can write to me or contact me and I'll teach you more. 14th card is the Temperance, also called the Angel card because it's a card of where an angel appears, and it's a card of alchemy, and it's a card of perfection, and it's a card of healing. Mostly it has to be interpreted as healing and reconstruction and reunification of, for example, a relationship, say after a breakup. Does that person see me? And then Temperance, is that something changed, in his heart or her heart, and sees you under a more positive light because things are healing. Also has to do with, tempus in Latin meaning time, so temperance meaning it has to do with time. The result, what you're asking for, will come, but it'll take time. Card number 15 doesn't have to scare you. It's the Devil card. The Devil in tarot is, and in real life, is slavery and is control, because the Devil will tell you, just like what he does, tells you something and then gives you the opposite. Will, tell you that you're going to be free, but then you'll be a slave to him. So, and to suffering, to the realm of death, and so on. So the Devil in tarot means slavery. It can mean destruction, it can mean illness, it can mean, on the positive side, lust or passion or sexual attraction. It can also mean, not many times it shows up in that context, but it can mean money, or just what the devil is to most people, the force that you cannot control, what you can't dominate, because he will not surrender to any type of input, except he doesn't want to be killed by God, so he will do the minimum in order to survive, but everything else he won't be put in a bottle or box. But mostly the devil means slavery and lack of freedom. The Tower is, for having followed the devil, is destruction of anything. Can be death, can be destruction, end of a relationship, which is going to be a no to your question. Then after the Tower you have the Star, which means dreams coming true, the water, healing again things, and usually means a yes, it means creativity, and associated to the astrological sign of Aquarius. So the Star in 2 words just mean life, reprisal, and things going to where you want them to go. So it means the yes. The Moon card, major arcana number 18, follows that, and it symbolizes the night and everything you can't see and everything that's hidden, femininity and magic. After that, the Sun means marriage, or it simply means positivity and a yes to your question. The Judgment is another yes. It means things that you thought were dead coming back to life, and in general, renewal. That's what it means. The World, or the world at your feet, is everything going the direction that you want things to go, and absolute power over the world. Number 0, the Fool, we discussed that in another video. It means something sudden showing up. Now, I want to thank you, and if you want to know things more in depth, please contact me and go to my Facebook page. and I'll let you know everything about it. Thank you.